Ladies and gentlemen, on the right, Karnataka, represented by Kieran. And on my left, Kollam, represented by Suryadev.
Love all. Court is live. Suryadev S. Kumar versus Kieran Nogoshi. It's showtime. Suryadev S. Kumar versus Kieran Nogoshi. 1. Love. The flashpoint. Suryadev S. Kumar against Kieran Nogoshi. 1 all. 2. Love. Sensational, Badminton. The concentration immense. Love. Kieran Nogoshi stringing points together. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. 1, 3. Kieran Nogoshi finding form. Full throttle Kieran Nogoshi. The wave crashes. Kieran Nogoshi. 4, 1. Early insurance. Kieran Nogoshi smart. First gap. Kieran Nogoshi opening. 2, 4. The momentum has swung towards Kieran Nogoshi. Wave after wave from Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi, on fire. The energy shift is palpable. Kieran Nogoshi surging. Kieran Nogoshi stepping up the intensity. 5, 2. Kieran Nogoshi gaining traction from start. Early radiance. Kieran Nogoshi glowing. Kieran Nogoshi laying down the law now. 6, 2. Kieran Nogoshi building nicely, with consecutive points. Kieran Nogoshi getting into a rhythm. Kieran Nogoshi building nicely, with consecutive points. 3-6. Kieran Nogoshi racing ahead early. Kieran Nogoshi making it known early. Kieran Nogoshi showing intent early. Quick points for Kieran Nogoshi. 4-6. Good run for Suryadev S. Kumar. Five, 6. Nice sequence from Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar getting into a rhythm. 7-5. Suryadev S. Kumar lighting it up. The force is Suryadev S. Kumar. 6-7. Suryadev S. Kumar absolutely flying. Suryadev S. Kumar pulling ahead. 8-6. Suryadev S. Kumar dominant. 9-6. Kieran Nogoshi gathering steam. Kieran Nogoshi clicking into gear. 10-6. Kieran Nogoshi finding consistency now. Nice sequence from Kieran Nogoshi. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. 11-6. Kieran Nogoshi surging ahead, with straight points. Outstanding run. Kieran Nogoshi, with straight points. Kieran Nogoshi surging ahead, with straight points. Seven, 12. Kieran Nogoshi, on the charge. The wave crashes. Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi taking flight. Pure momentum Kieran Nogoshi. 13-7.
13-7.
They're both exhausted. What lung capacity? The rally continues. 8-13. Kieran Nogoshi pressing hard. Kieran Nogoshi, unstoppable. 9-13. Nice sequence from Suryadev S. Kumar. Consecutive points for Suryadev S. Kumar. 14-9. The rhythm is, with Suryadev S. Kumar. Blazing form from Suryadev S. Kumar. Kieran Nogoshi, on a little run here. Kieran Nogoshi gathering steam. Kieran Nogoshi clicking into gear. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. Ten, 15. What stamina! Unbelievable. What heart! What lungs! Extended brilliance. 16-10. Extended intensity. Extraordinary shot making in these extended exchanges. 17-10. The intensity never drops. The fitness is extraordinary. They're giving everything. What desire? 18-10. Kieran Nogoshi finding consistency now. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. (11, 18). Total control. Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi seizing control of this set. Kieran Nogoshi ruthless. Kieran Nogoshi in command mode. 19-11. Kieran Nogoshi in the groove. The force is Kieran Nogoshi. (12, 19). Kieran Nogoshi rampaging. Kieran Nogoshi surging ahead. 13, 19. Suryadev S. Kumar, on a little run here. Suryadev S. Kumar clicking into gear.
Thank you.
Suryadev S. Kumar building nicely, with consecutive points. Suryadev S. Kumar gathering steam. Suryadev S. Kumar building nicely, with consecutive points. (20, 13). 1 point away. Kieran Nogoshi so close. Kieran Nogoshi can seal it here. Kieran Nogoshi within touching distance. 21, 13. This could be a game point. Kieran Nogoshi. This is a game point for Kieran Nogoshi. This could be a game point. Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi within touching distance. Set point. Can Kieran Nogoshi finish it? Championship opportunity for Kieran Nogoshi. Crucial moment. Kieran Nogoshi, serving for the set. Love all. The ultimate test. Suryadev S. Kumar and Kieran Nogoshi. Brinkmanship begins. Suryadev S. Kumar facing Kieran Nogoshi. 1. Love. The crowd loves it. The fitness supreme. 2. Love. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi getting into a rhythm. 1, 2. The drama unfolds. The conditioning peak. 3, 1. Kieran Nogoshi, unstoppable. Pure control from Kieran Nogoshi. 2, 3. Kieran Nogoshi dominating. Momentum shift to Kieran Nogoshi. 3 all. Good run for Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar, on a little run here. Consecutive points for Suryadev S. Kumar. 4, 3. Good run for Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar stringing points together. Suryadev S. Kumar clicking into gear. Consecutive points for Suryadev S. Kumar. Five, 3. That's in a row. Suryadev S. Kumar, on fire. What a streak. Suryadev S. Kumar, with consecutive. Suryadev S. Kumar surging ahead, with straight points. 4, 5. The rhythm is, with Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar taking command. Great momentum for Suryadev S. Kumar, at this crucial stage. Suryadev S. Kumar taking flight. The wave crashes. Suryadev S. Kumar. 6, 4. Energy shift. Suryadev S. Kumar. Five, 6. Gaining steam. Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar dominating. Suryadev S. Kumar, on a roll, finding their rhythm. The surge from Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar in the groove. The rhythm is, with Suryadev S. Kumar. Full steam Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar dominating. The momentum is all, with Suryadev S. Kumar. 6 all. Rally for the ages. Extended excellence, on court. How much more can they give? Exhausting stuff, but neither giving in. They're giving it all. Seven, 6. The fitness is extraordinary. The point refuses to end. How are they still going? Phenomenal fitness. 7 all. The exchange continues. What stamina! Unbelievable. 8, 7.
8, 7.
Extended excellence, on court. Epic rally. Just epic. 8 all. Phenomenal conditioning. The shuttle keeps coming back. How are they doing this? They're pushing each other to the limit. What stamina! Unbelievable. They're covering every inch. 9, 8. They're giving everything. What desire! The shuttle keeps coming back. 10, 8. That was epic. Both players exhausted but determined. What an exchange. Both players showing incredible stamina. 9, 10. Extended battle. Pure athleticism on display. Marathon stuff. Who will blink first? 11, 9. They're pushing each other to the limit.
10, 11.
Still going. Amazing. Epic rally. Just epic. Pure endurance test. 12, 10.
12, 10.
Epic rally. Just epic. They're both hurting.
Out.
13, 10. Incredible patience and athleticism on display. Still playing. Incredible. The rally is relentless. 11, 13. No separation. Incredible. Point for point. What an intense battle. Neither giving an inch. Absolutely gripping. (14, 11). Kieran Noguchi owning this.
11.
Kieran Noguchi accelerating. Blazing form from Kieran Noguchi. 15, 11. Kieran Nogoshi finding consistency now. Nice sequence from Kieran Nogoshi. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. 12, 15. The momentum is all with Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi absolutely flying. (13, 15). Suryadev S. Kumar stringing points together. Suryadev S. Kumar finding consistency now. 14, 15. Consecutive points for Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar gathering steam. Suryadev S. Kumar building nicely, with consecutive points. 15 all. Suryadev S. Kumar surging ahead, with straight points. Suryadev S. Kumar turning the tide, with consecutive winners. Suryadev S. Kumar surging ahead, with straight points. 16, 15. Suryadev S. Kumar surging ahead, with straight points. 16 all. What a tight contest. Every point matters now. Pure competition. What a contest. Absolutely breathtaking. This match is on a razor's edge. What drama. Both players showing incredible nerve. 17, 16. Magnificent sport. They trade point for point. Electric atmosphere. Dead even. 18, 16. Massive point. Could be decisive. Huge moment. Critical point. (17, 18). Incredible competitive spirit. Fight to the finish. They're locked in combat. (19, 17, 18 all). What resilience. Pure competitive fire. They're going toe-to-toe. What a battle. 19, 18. Neither will budge. The crowd can't sit down. All square. All to play for. 20, 18. Everything riding on this. Critical. High stakes. Critical moment. Could be match defining. Critical. Championship opportunity for Suryadev S. Kumar. Set point. Can Suryadev S. Kumar finish it? One point away. Suryadev S. Kumar so close. Set point. Can Suryadev S. Kumar finish it? 20 all. Deuce. The pressure is immense. Level at deuce. What a contest. Deuce, again. They just won't break. All square at deuce. Thrilling. We've got deuce again. Unbelievable. 21-20. Suryadev S. Kumar so close. Match point here. Victory awaits. Suryadev S. Kumar at match point. It all comes down to this. Match point. 52-20. Could change everything. Critical. Love all. Moment to breathe and prepare for the next set. Outstanding match. 1. Love. Consecutive points for Suryadev S. Kumar. 1 all. The artistry. The awareness game. 2-1. Suryadev S. Kumar accelerating. Relentless pressure. Suryadev S. Kumar. 2 all. The wave belongs to Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar taking over. Three, 2. The drive from Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar dictating play. Suryadev S. Kumar running away. 3-all. Relentless from Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi stepping up the intensity. Kieran Nogoshi ruthless. Kieran Nogoshi in overdrive. Kieran Nogoshi looking confident and composed. 4-3. The surge continues. Suryadev S. Kumar. Suryadev S. Kumar, on fire. Suryadev S. Kumar, on a mission. 4-all. Kieran Nogoshi taking over. Kieran Nogoshi dominating the rallies now. The drive continues. Kieran Nogoshi. 5-4. Suryadev S. Kumar owning this. 6-4. Suryadev S. Kumar, on a little run here. Suryadev S. Kumar finding consistency now. 5-6. The force of Suryadev S. Kumar.
5-6.
Suryadev S. Kumar pulling ahead. Suryadev S. Kumar taking charge of this match. Suryadev S. Kumar pulling ahead. Six-all. Kieran Nogoshi, on a little run here. Kieran Nogoshi clicking into gear. Nice sequence from Kieran Nogoshi. 7-6.
7-6.
Kieran Nogoshi building nicely, with consecutive points. Kieran Nogoshi gathering steam. Consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. 8-6. Outstanding run. Kieran Nogoshi, with straight points. Points unanswered. Kieran Nogoshi dominating. 9-6. What a streak. Kieran Nogoshi, with consecutive. Kieran Nogoshi turning the tide, with consecutive winners. 10-6. Unbelievable streak, consecutive points for Kieran Nogoshi. This is exhibition stuff. Consecutive from Kieran Nogoshi. 7, 10. The force multiplies. Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi pulling ahead.
Thank you.
Kieran Nogoshi seizing control of this set. 11, 7.
11-7, interval, Zeetius. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Twelve, 7. Kieran Nogoshi finding form.
12, 7.
Relentless from Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi, unstoppable. Kieran Nogoshi rampaging. 13, 7. They're giving everything. What desire? They won't stop running. They're both gassed. Still playing. Incredible. 14, 7.
14, 7.
What a test of will. The point refuses to end. Extended brilliance. 8, 14.
8, 14.
They're giving it all. They refuse to quit. 15, 8. Extended warfare.
8.
Both players refusing to stop. 16, 8. Epic rally. Just epic. The point refuses to end. Pure endurance test. Nine, 16. They keep fighting.
9, 16.
Extended intensity. The rally rages on.
Thank you.
Grueling exchange. The rally continues. Sensational. The fitness levels are phenomenal. Extended battle. Pure athleticism on display. 17, 9. What a physical battle.
17, 9.
Long, grueling exchanges, testing both players' endurance. Wow. The exchanges are incredible. Epic rally. Just epic. Nine. Sensational. The fitness levels are phenomenal. How are they still going? Phenomenal fitness. They're chasing everything down. How long can this last? Ten, 18. They won't stop running. They're running everywhere. What commitment? Unreal perseverance. 11, 18.
11, 18.
The endurance battle. What a test of will. Marathon badminton. This is brutal. Grueling stuff. Both players refusing to yield. They won't stop running. Marathon exchange. The battle goes on. 19, 12. What stamina? Unbelievable. (13, 19). The shuttle flies back and forth. That was epic. Both players exhausted but determined. (14, 19). They're pushing each other to the limit. How are they still going? Phenomenal fitness. The endurance battle. 20-14. Crucial moment. Kieran Nogoshi, serving for the set. Kieran Nogoshi just 1 point from taking this set. Game point. Kieran Nogoshi 1 point away. Kieran Nogoshi can seal it here. 21-14. Kieran Nogoshi at set point, nerves of steel needed. This is a game point for Kieran Nogoshi. Kieran Nogoshi can seal it here.
20-14.
Next match on court number 2, Eliza versus Maria Jose. Love all. The symphony starts. Eliza versus Maria Jose. 1. Love. Envelope pushed. Eliza versus Maria Jose, go. 2. Love. Maria Jose gathering steam. Maria Jose building nicely, with consecutive points. 1, 2. Pure spirit unbreakable. Brilliant, effort maximum. 3, 1. Maria Jose in cruise control. 2, 3. Maria Jose in control now. The surge continues. Maria Jose. 4, 2. Maria Jose showing power. Maria Jose, unstoppable. 3, 4. Eliza Drona fully engaged. Eliza Drona taking charge of this match. Can anyone stop Eliza Drona now? Or all? Eliza Drona stringing points together. 5, 4. Eliza Drona running away. Eliza Drona pressing hard. 5 all. Eliza Drona rolling now. Relentless pressure. Eliza Drona. 6, 5. Eliza Drona looking confident and composed. The drive from Eliza Drona. 7, 5. Etha Maria Jose, on a little run here. 8, 5. Etha Maria Jose gathering steam. Etha Maria Jose, on a little run here. 6, 8. The rhythm is, with Etha Maria Jose. Seven, 8. Eliza Drona gathering steam. Good run for Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona clicking into gear. 8 all. Eliza Drona getting into a rhythm. Eliza Drona clicking into gear. 9, 8. Unstoppable, run by Eliza Drona, points. Eliza Drona cannot be stopped, straight. Points unanswered. Eliza Drona dominating. 9 all. The surge from Eliza Drona. The energy shift is palpable. Eliza Drona surging. 10, 9. The push from Eliza Drona. The rhythm is, with Eliza Drona. The force is Eliza Drona. 11, 9. consecutive points for Eliza Drona. 12-9. Eliza Drona building nicely, with consecutive points. Eliza Drona gathering steam. 13-9. That's in a row. Eliza Drona, on fire. What a streak. Eliza Drona, with consecutive. Outstanding run. Eliza Drona, with straight points. 10-13. Eliza Drona in control now. Eliza Drona owning this. 14-10. Wave after wave from Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona taking flight. 15-10. Good run for Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona clicking into gear. 11-15. Eliza Drona, on the charge. Eliza Drona playing, with confidence. 16-11. Eliza Drona dominating. Eliza Drona pressing advantage. 17-11. Eliza Drona finding consistency now. Eliza Drona building nicely, with consecutive points. Nice sequence from Eliza Drona. 12-17. Flow going to Eliza Drona. Deep form Eliza Drona. 13-17. Heatha Maria Jose gathering steam. Good run for Heatha Maria Jose. (14-17). Nice sequence from Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose gathering steam. Nice sequence from Heatha Maria Jose. 18-14. Heatha Maria Jose taking over. The surge is real. Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose, on a roll, finding their rhythm. 19-14. Good run for Eliza Drona. (15-19). The force is Heatha Maria Jose. The tide has turned. Heatha Maria Jose in command. Heatha Maria Jose taking command. 16-19. Heatha Maria Jose stringing points together. Heatha Maria Jose gathering steam. 17-19. Massive point. Could be decisive. This could be the point. Critical. 18-19. The moment of truth. Critical. Could change everything. Critical. The big point. Critical. 20-18. Eliza Drona can seal it here. 19-20. Eliza Drona within touching distance. The pressure is immense. Game point. One shot away from the set. (21-19). Eliza Drona at set point. Nerves of steel needed. Love all. Rackets raised. Eliza Drona versus Heatha Maria Jose. The cauldron bubbles. Eliza Drona against Heatha Maria Jose. The masterpiece begins. Eliza Drona against Heatha Maria Jose. The contest explodes. Eliza Drona versus Heatha Maria Jose. Hallowed Hall. Eliza Drona and Heatha Maria Jose enter. The Supernova. Eliza Drona against Heatha Maria Jose. The competition heats up. Eliza Drona and Heatha Maria Jose ready. 1. Love. Eliza Drona, on a little run here. Nice sequence from Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona, on a little run here. 2, love. Eliza Drona clicking into gear. Nice sequence from Eliza Drona. 3, love. What a streak. Eliza Drona, with consecutive. 4, love. Eliza Drona cannot be stopped, straight. That's in a row. Eliza Drona, on fire. What a streak. Eliza Drona, with consecutive. 1, 4. Eliza Drona gaining traction from start. Early velocity. Eliza Drona rapid. 2, 4. Good run for Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose finding consistency now. Heatha Maria Jose clicking into gear. 3, 4. Nice sequence from Heatha Maria Jose. Consecutive points for Heatha Maria Jose. 4 all. Outstanding run. Heatha Maria Jose, with straight points. Heatha Maria Jose surging ahead, with straight points. 5, 4. Heatha Maria Jose running away. Heatha Maria Jose powering forward. 5 all. Gaining steam. Heatha Maria Jose. 6, 5. Heatha Maria Jose playing, with confidence. The momentum builds. Heatha Maria Jose. The momentum train. Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose taking charge of this match. Heatha Maria Jose really heating up. 6 all. Heatha Maria Jose in cruise control. Wave after wave from Heatha Maria Jose. 7, 6. Heatha Maria Jose, on a little run here. 7 all. Heatha Maria Jose really heating up. Can anyone stop Heatha Maria Jose now? Eight, 7. Eliza Drona building nicely, with consecutive points. Eliza Drona, on a little run here. 8 all. Full steam Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose pressing hard. 9, 8. Eliza Drona in beast mode. Eliza Drona in control now. Eliza Drona owning this. Full steam Eliza Drona. Nine all. Absolutely dominant. Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona in control now. Wave after wave from Eliza Drona. 10, 9. Nice sequence from Heatha Maria Jose. Heatha Maria Jose, on a little run here. Heatha Maria Jose gathering steam. 10 all. Gripping stuff. All level. This match is, on a razor's edge. 11, 10. Unbelievable. How long can they keep this up? The rally goes on and on. 13, 10. Eliza Drona stringing points together. Good run for Eliza Drona. 14, 10. That's in a row. Eliza Drona, on fire. Unstoppable, run by Eliza Drona, points. 15, 10. Outstanding run. Eliza Drona, with straight points. Points unanswered. Eliza Drona dominating. 11, 15. Absolutely dominant. Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona, on a mission. (16, 11). Eliza Drona rolling now. Eliza Drona in cruise control. (17, 11). Good run for Eliza Drona. Eliza Drona gathering steam. 18, 11. Good run for Eliza Drona. Nice sequence from Eliza Drona. (19, 11). That's in a row. Eliza Drona, on fire. Eliza Drona cannot be stopped, straight. 20, 11. 1 point away. Eliza Drona at match point. This is it. Match point for Eliza Drona. 12, 20. Eliza Drona so close. Match point here. Can Eliza Drona close it out? Match point. The pressure. Eliza Drona, serving for the match. It all comes down to this. Match point. The pressure. Eliza Drona, serving for the match. 13, 20. Can Eliza Drona close it out? Match point. Eliza Drona so close. Match point here. Eliza Drona has the chance to seal victory here. The pressure. Eliza Drona, serving for the match. Eliza Drona has the chance to seal victory here. 14, 20. The moment of truth. Eliza Drona 1 shot away. This is it. Match point for Eliza Drona. Victory awaits. Eliza Drona at match point. 15, 20. History beckons. Eliza Drona at match point. One point away. Eliza Drona at match point. Can Eliza Drona close it out? Match point. Eliza Drona is so close. Match point here. One point away. Eliza Drona at match point. 21, 15. History beckons. Eliza Drona at match point. Can Eliza Drona close it out? Match point. Match 1. Hidab versus Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jevis. Love all. The spectacle begins. Akshith and Hidab against Joe Francis Gibson, and the stage explodes. Akshith and Hidab against Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jevis. The rivalry ignites. Akshith and Hidab versus Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jevis. Court warriors ready. Akshith and Hidab versus Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jevis. 2-all. Exceptional preparation thorough. Outstanding footwork graceful. Three, 2. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jevis turning up the pressure. Can anyone stop Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas now? 3 all. Gaining steam. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Full power Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas surging ahead. 4, 3. Akshith and Hidev clicking into gear.
4, 3.
Akshith and Hidev getting into a rhythm. Consecutive points for Akshith and Hidev. 4 all. Akshith and Hidev on fire. Akshith and Hidev taking charge of this match. Akshith and Hidev dominating the rallies now. 5, 4. Total control. Akshith and Hidev.
5, 4.
Akshith and Hidev in top gear. 5 all.
5 all.
Akshith and Hidev pressing hard. Akshith and Hidev rampaging. 6, 5. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas on a little run here. Consecutive points for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 7, 5. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas clicking into gear. Consecutive points for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 8, 5. Points unanswered. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas dominating. 9, 5. Unstoppable run by Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Points. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas cannot be stopped. Straight. 6, 9. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas in cruise control. The force of Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 7, 9. Consecutive points for Akshith and Hidev. Akshith and Hidev on a little run here. Akshith and Hidev building nicely with consecutive points. 8, 9. Consecutive points for Akshith and Hidev. 9 all. That's in a row. Akshith and Hidev on fire. 10, 9. The momentum is all with Akshith and Hidev. 10 all. Too close to call. This could go either way. This is incredibly close. Both players refusing to give an inch. 11, 10. Neither player backing down. Thrilling stuff. They're locked in combat. The tension won't break. 13-10. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas clicking into gear. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas finding consistency now. 14-10. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas getting into a rhythm. Consecutive points for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 15-10. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas surging ahead with straight points. What a streak. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas with consecutive 11-15. The momentum train. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas commanding now. 16-11. Gaining steam. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 17-11. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas getting into a rhythm. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas on a little run here. 12-17. The momentum train. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas pressing advantage. 18-12. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas on a roll, finding their rhythm. 19-12. Nice sequence from Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. Consecutive points for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 20-12. This is a game point for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas. 21-12. 1 point away. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas so close. Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebas within touching distance. 1 point away. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas so close. Love all. First exchange coming. Akshith, and Haidev facing Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Buckle up. Akshith, and Haidev versus Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. This is good. Nice sequence from Akshith, and Haidev. Akshith, and Haidev gathering steam. Consecutive points for Akshith, and Haidev. Akshith, and Haidev stringing points together. 2. Love. Akshith, and Haidev clicking into gear. Akshith, and Haidev gathering steam. Nice sequence from Akshith, and Haidev. Good run for Akshith, and Haidev. 1, 2. The wave belongs to Akshith, and Haidev. Two all. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas building nicely, with consecutive points. Consecutive points for Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas stringing points together. Good run for Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas getting into a rhythm. Good run for Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. 3, 2. Marathon point. Incredible. 3 all. The fitness battle. Four, 3. They're chasing everything. They're giving it all. 4 all. They're covering every inch. 5, 4. Wow. The exchanges are incredible. 6, 4. What a test of endurance. Amazing. 5, 6. They're chasing everything down. Extended intensity. Exchange of the match. Absolutely breathtaking. Marathon point. Incredible. 6 all. Nice sequence from Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas, on a little run here. 7, 6. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas stringing points together. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas getting into a rhythm. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus stringing points together. 7-all. The energy flows. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus taking charge of this match. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus stepping up the intensity. 8-7. Absolutely dominant. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus has found another gear. 9-7. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus, on a little run here. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus clicking into gear. 8-9. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus fully engaged. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus in winning mode. 10-8. Energy shift. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus. The wave crashes. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus finding form. 9-10. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus in the zone, absolutely flying. Relentless pressure. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebus. 11-9. This is premium badminton. Trading blows. Nobody wants to blink first. What a spectacle. Unrelenting pressure from both. 11-all. Sensational badminton. So tight. Fantastic rally by rally action here. They're matching each other shot for shot. Both digging so deep. So evenly matched. (13, 11). Good run for Joe Francis Gibson and S. Shilvan Jebus. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas stringing points together. 12-13. Both showing incredible heart. The scores refuse to separate. 14-12. This is epic stuff. What a contest. Absolutely breathtaking.
14-12.
All square. The intensity is off the charts. 15-12. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas finding consistency now. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas getting into a rhythm. 13-15. They're giving everything. What courage from both. (16-13). Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas in control now. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas taking flight. 17-13. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas finding consistency now. 18-13. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas, on a little run here. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas clicking into gear. 14-18. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas lighting it up. The surge continues. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Full throttle Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Full power Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas pressing advantage. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas in command mode. 15-18. Akshith, and Adhidev stringing points together. 19-15. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas taking over. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas showing power. 20-15. Match point. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas 1 point from victory. 16-20. 1 point away. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas at match point. 21-16. It all comes down to this. Match point. Match point. Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas 1 point from victory. Match, won, by Joe Francis Gibson, and S. Shilvan Jebas 21-21-0. Next match on court number 2, Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona, versus Etha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh. Love all. Passion ignites. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona facing Geetha Maria Jose and the Maelstrom. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona and Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh, incredible. 2. Love. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh finding consistency now. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh stringing points together. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh finding consistency now. 1, 2. The athleticism is incredible. Pure calm under pressure. 2 all. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona stringing points together. Consecutive points for Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona gathering steam. 3, 2. The surge continues. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh. Pure momentum Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh building momentum now. 3 all. Crushing it. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 4, 3. Consecutive points for Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona on a little run here. 5, 3. Consecutive points for Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 6, 3. That's in a row. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona on fire. What a streak. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona with consecutive unstoppable run by Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona points. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona turning the tide with consecutive winners. That's in a row. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona on fire. 7, 3. Outstanding run. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona with straight points. 4, 7. First gear. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona racing. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona establishing an early advantage. 5, 7. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh on a little run here. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh getting into a rhythm. 6, 7. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh stringing points together. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh on a little run here. 8, 6. The momentum is all with Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh. Geetha Maria Jose and Drishya Vijesh taking over. 9, 6. Good run for Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 10-6. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona gathering steam. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona clicking into gear. 11-6. Seven, 11. The tide has turned. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona in command. The momentum train. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 12-7. The tempo belongs to Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona surging ahead. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona in winning mode. 8-12. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona in the zone, absolutely flying. 13-8. The drive from Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. Relentless pressure. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 9-13. The push from Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 10-13. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh finding consistency now. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh on a little run here. 14-10. The surge from Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. The momentum is all with Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. The wave belongs to Hitha Maria Jose and Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh finding form. 12-14. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh stringing points together. Good run for Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 15-12. The wave belongs to Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh destroying. 16-12. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona building nicely with consecutive points. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona clicking into gear. 13-16. The energy is Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. The rhythm is with Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Total control. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 14-16. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh finding consistency now. Hitha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh on a little run here. 15, 16. Heatha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh building nicely, with consecutive points. Consecutive points for Heatha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. 17, 15. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona edges ahead, in this seesaw battle. The pendulum swings. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona in the lead. 18, 15. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona, on a little run here. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona stringing points together. 16, 18. Twist in the tail. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona ahead. Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona edges ahead, in this seesaw battle. Lead swings to Avantika Rajesh, and Eliza Drona. This is thrilling. 17, 18. Could be match defining. Critical. Could change everything. Critical. The big point. Critical. This point could decide it. Critical. 18 all. All or nothing. Critical point. Everything riding on this. Critical. Everything on this. Critical point. 19, 18. The moment of truth. Critical. 18 all. 19, 18. Could change everything. Critical. 19 all. They refuse to quit. What a physical battle. High stakes. Critical moment. The big point. Critical. This point could decide it. Critical. All. Deuce. This is edge of the seat stuff. We've got deuce again. Unbelievable. 21, 20. Set point. Can Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh finish it? Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh can seal it here. One shot away from the set. 21 all. Deuce. They're refusing to separate. 22, 21. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh within touching distance. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh at set point. Nerves of steel needed. 23, 21. everything on this critical point. Love all. Avanti Rajesh, and Eliza Drona and Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh ready to go. Artistry incoming. Avanti Rajesh, and Eliza Drona and Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. Premium action. Pure synchronization matched. 2. Love. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, on a little run here. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh getting into a rhythm. 3. Love. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh gathering steam. Consecutive points for Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. Nice sequence from Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. 4. Love. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh surging ahead, with straight points. Unstoppable, run by Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, points. 5. Love. Unstoppable, run by Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, points. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh turning the tide, with consecutive winners. 6. Love. What a run. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, with consecutive winners. Ruthless display from Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, points without reply. 7. Love. Points without reply. Wow. Unbelievable streak, consecutive points for Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh is unstoppable right now. Straight. 8. Love. Ruthless display from Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh, points without reply. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh is unstoppable right now. Straight. 1. 8. Full power Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. The force is Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh. 9. 1. Everything going Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh's way right now. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh running away. 10. 1. Hitha Maria Jose, and Drisha Vijesh gathering steam. 2-10. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh in the zone, absolutely flying. The surge continues. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 11-2. Energy shift. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh on the charge. The momentum has swung towards Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 13-2. Nice sequence from Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Good run for Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 14-2. Consecutive points for Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh on a little run here. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh getting into a rhythm. 15-2. Unstoppable run by Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh, points. Outstanding run. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh with straight points. 16-2. That's in a row. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh on fire. Points unanswered. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh dominating. 17-2. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh in dreamland. Consecutive. 3-17. The Force Awakens. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh stepping up the intensity. 18-3. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh taking over. The surge from Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh. 4-18. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh looking confident and composed. 19-4. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh playing with confidence. 5-19. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona in top gear. Full power Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona. 6-19. Avantika Rajesh and Eliza Drona gathering steam. 26. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh has the chance to seal victory here. The moment of truth. Heatha Maria Jose and Drisha Vijesh one shot away. Just 1 point. Match point. This is a. Just 1 point. Match point.
21.
Victory awaits. Match.
പോയിക്കൊണ്ടേട്ടോ